The Rock sets up Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena is on the cards in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Jeff Hardy makes shocking admission about his arrest. Did Dominic Mysterio dump Liv Morgan? A massive update on WWE's plans for Saturday night's main event, how WWE Network influenced streaming on Netflix. Drew McIntyre declares himself for the Royal Rumble. Triple H brings back Goldberg. Alexa Bliss replaces Nikki Cross in the Wyatt Sicks. Let's dive right in. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena is on the cards in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Cody Rhodes will defend his undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens in a ladder match at Royal Rumble. The undisputed title and the winged eagle belt that KO stole after his match against the American Nightmare at Saturday night's main event will be suspended above the ring. The upcoming match is set to be a thriller, but the reigning champion is most likely to win the bout. This list will discuss 4 reasons why Cody Rhodes will retain his undisputed WWE Championship at Royal Rumble. Number 1. The match is too close to WrestleMania 41. WrestleMania 41 is just over 3 months away. Hence, Cody Rhodes dropping the title before the grand event makes no sense. Big title exchanges mostly happen on the grandest stage of them all, like Roman Reigns dropping his title to the American Nightmare at WrestleMania 40. Therefore, Cody losing his undisputed WWE Championship just months before the show of shows in Las Vegas is unlikely. Number 2. Paul Heyman subtly confirmed Cody Rhodes as the winner against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble. Another hint that Cody will not lose to KO at Royal Rumble 2025 was given by Paul Heyman on SmackDown last week. The Wiseman told the 39-year-old that the undisputed tribal chief, Roman Reigns, wants his title back from Rhodes at WrestleMania 41, revealing that the OTC will enter the Men's Royal Rumble match next month. Heyman said this despite knowing that Cody would defend his title against Owens at the Royal Rumble. This indicates that the American Nightmare is indeed winning the ladder match next month and will go on to hold the championship until WrestleMania 41. Number 3. Cody Rhodes has yet to win decisively in this feud. Cody Rhodes would look to win decisively against Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble because so far he hasn't done so. At Saturday night's main event, the match referee got knocked out before KO attempted a pinfall win after nailing a stunner on his opponent. However, there wasn't any match official to make the 3 count. Another referee rushed to the ring, but Rhodes managed to kick out. Later, Cody gave a cross Rhodes to Owens on a steel chair after the second match official had been knocked out. The defending champion slid the chair outside the ring before the original match official made the 3 count from outside the ring. So, at Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes would look to stamp his authority against the prizefighter and end this feud once and for all. Number 4. Reports of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena being on the cards in the main event of WrestleMania 41. There have been several reports of John Cena winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match and ultimately feuding with Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41. The franchise player kicked off his retirement tour on Raw's debut edition on Netflix last week. During his promo, Cena said that he would look to win the Men's Royal Rumble next month and work his way into a World Championship picture. Wrestling veterans have also predicted that there are high chances of the greatest of all time winning the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41. This would be a historic, record-breaking win for Cena, as the victory would allow him to break Ric Flair's record of 16 world title wins. Therefore, Rhodes dropping the title to Owens at Royal Rumble is unlikely, as it would affect his potential feud with Cena at WrestleMania 41. Jeff Hardy makes shocking admission about his arrest. Jeff Hardy is one of the most popular WWE superstars of his generation, but his career has been marred by personal demands. The former WWE champion recently made a shocking admission about his arrest in June 2022 in Florida for DUI. Hardy has had problems with drugs and alcohol over the years and has been arrested 4 times since 2009. However, it seems like his latest run-in with the law was his breaking point. In an appearance on the WrestleSpot podcast, the charismatic enigma opened up about his 2022 arrest. He admitted that it affected his mental health to the point where he thought about ending it all. "I came close to ending it all in the summer of 2022, which is in public, and people are aware of my issues throughout the years with drugs and alcohol," Hardy said. After his arrest, AEW suspended Jeff Hardy without pay until he cleaned up his act. Hardy bounced back following his arrest, started to get sober again, and continues to fight his demons. He was reinstated 10 months later before his contract expired last June. Jeff and his brother Matt ended up signing with TNA Wrestling. They are the current TNA World Tag Team Champions. At the age of 47, Jeff Hardy is at the tail end of his career, but still feels great going through sobriety and wrestling again with his brother Matt. Jeff also spoke about what he considers the perfect ending to his legendary wrestling career that started in 1994. Anything is possible for Jeff Hardy moving forward. Who knows? knows? Hopefully the perfect ending to my career would be to end up in the WWE Hall of Fame and go out on a high note instead of a depressing low, and I feel like that's going to happen, Jeff said. Did Dominik Mysterio dump Liv Morgan? Dominik Mysterio has been the on-screen boyfriend of Liv Morgan for months now. They joined forces at SummerSlam 2024 when Dirty Dom betrayed Rhea Ripley for the Miracle Kid and helped the 30-year-old retain the Women's World title. However, Liv Morgan is no longer the Women's World Champion, as she was dethroned by the Eradicator last week on Raw's debut on Netflix. After the Latino cheat attempted to hug Ripley at the end of the bout, fans are wondering whether Dirty Dom has dumped his on-screen partner. It appears that despite the speculations, Dominik and Liv are still together. Just days after her loss to Ripley, the 30-year-old star posted an intimate picture of herself with the Latino cheat on X. A few hours later, Dominik Mysterio quoted the post and wrote, "Mi guerrita," confirming that they are still going strong together. Also, Dominik Mysterio seemingly attempted to attack Rhea Ripley after the latter's title win last Monday, but the Nightmare was vigilant. Dirty Dom seemingly tried to fool her as he approached Mommy with his arms outstretched, but the 27-year-old got kicked between his legs. The Australian also nailed a riptide on her former Latino heat. A massive update on WWE's plans for Saturday night's main event. The return of WWE Saturday night's main event last month was magnificent. With numerous headlines around the globe, the event was a massive success. The next edition of the 2-hour special show will take place in a couple of weeks. Now, reports have revealed when the event will be hosted next. Last month's Saturday night's main event featured some marquee matches, including the massive showdown between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. The Winged Eagle title was brought back along with retro feels, and numerous legends appeared on the show. With the event building a lot of excitement among fans, the company plans to continue with it over the next few months. The upcoming edition of Saturday night's main event will take place on January 25th from San Antonio, Texas, at the Frost Bank Center, a week before Royal Rumble. A recent report from PW Insider revealed that this would be the last edition of the show before WrestleMania 41. The third edition will take place on May 24th, followed by another event on July 12th. While WWE might add more editions of the event in the year, the current plans seem to be set until July. Saturday night's main event is set to be hosted in San Antonio, Texas, in a couple of weeks. While the show is right around the corner, WWE has not announced any matches on the card yet. With Royal Rumble just a week away from the show, it is clear that the company will focus more on the premium live event. However, with massive plans for the event in the future as well, a stacked-up card will be made official for Saturday night's main event. Fans will have to wait and see what the company has in store for the event. How WWE Network influenced streaming on Netflix. The WWE Network hosted Raw for almost a decade before the Red brand moved to Netflix. The network also carried NXT, SmackDown, and premium live events before it was shut down in favor of the streaming giant. On a recent edition of What Were They Thinking? On Backstage Pass, JBL talked about WWE Network's influence on Netflix, noting that the streaming giant's current model was built off of the network. Vince was sitting there trying to build a model, refigure the model, figure all that out. We were so far ahead of the curve, it was almost a bad that decision. If it hadn't been for Vince, Kevin Dunn, and that entire incredible management team, that would have never worked because we were way too far ahead of the curve. And a lot of what you see with Netflix now is because that model was built off the streaming, off that $9.99. The former WWE champion also brought up major sports promotions, such as the NBA and the NFL, and their move to streaming from regional sports networks in the current day and age. And now that model is set. Now everybody wants to go to streaming. You know, the regional sports networks no longer work in baseball. Now everything's going to streaming with the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, everything's going to streaming. Earlier on the podcast, JBL reflected on Vince McMahon's decision to introduce the WWE Network, recalling how it almost bankrupted the company due to its business model. Drew McIntyre declares himself for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is now less than 3 weeks away, and several WWE superstars have declared their place in the Rumble match. John Cena, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns have all claimed their place in the 30-man over-the-top rope battle royal, but it seems that one more man can now be added. During a recent interview with the Babyfaces podcast, Drew McIntyre revealed that he plans to win this year's Men's Royal Rumble match on February 1st. The Scottish Warrior noted that he could wait until the night of WrestleMania to decide which champion he would like to face. That's the ultimate goal. Get the title and hold it for as long as I possibly can. But right now, I have very specific goals. I've mentioned before that my immediate focus isn't on the titles. Sure, if I win the Rumble, I can pick whichever champion I want. But that's not a priority right now. Maybe I'll decide on WrestleMania night, McIntyre said. McIntyre noted that while this was his plan, if he won the Royal Rumble, it's not his priority now, unlike for many other stars. He is out to get revenge on everyone who has wronged him, and in recent months, many men have been on that list. Drew McIntyre may not have the Royal Rumble win on his list of priorities this year, as he previously won the match. The former WWE Champion won in the 2020 Men's Rumble bout before defeating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36. This was the WrestleMania presented from the Performance Center due to the pandemic, and McIntyre has always been bothered by the fact that he was able to win in front of no audience. Last year, he defeated Seth Rollins to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WWE WrestleMania 40, but his reign lasted for 5 minutes as Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. Triple H brings back Goldberg. Under the creative regime of Triple H, WWE is heading toward the Royal Rumble 2025 Premium Live event, set to take place live on February 1st, 2025, at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Every year, the traditional 30-person match features returns and unexpected twists, making the event even more significant. Amid this, there is a prospect that Triple H might bring WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg to Royal Rumble 2025. This could be done to set up his final feud in the Stamford-based promotion. The last time Goldberg appeared in WWE was at Bad Blood 2024, where he was involved in a heated segment with Gunther, while Triple H was also part of the segment. Additionally, the iconic star has already confirmed that he will return to the Squared Circle for his retirement match in 2025. To set up this final match, Triple H may plan to bring the Hall of Famer to the traditional 30-man Royal Rumble match to initiate his final feud against Gunther. When Goldberg is in the ring, Gunther might interfere and eliminate the veteran, intensifying the heat between them. Later, Goldberg may return post-WrestleMania 41 and eventually challenge Gunther to a match at a Saudi Arabia Premium Live event. For those who might not know, recent reports have confirmed that the Stamford-based promotion will be heading to a Saudi Arabia PLE in June 2025. Saudi Arabia shows usually feature legendary names, and Goldberg has already wrestled there 4 times. As a result, the iconic star might compete in a retirement match in the Middle East. It remains to be seen how things will unfold in the forthcoming PLE, and whether the 58-year-old star will show up in the traditional Royal Rumble match. Alexa Bliss replaces Nikki Cross in the Wyatt Sicks, former Raw Women's Champion. Alexa Bliss got everyone talking about a possible comeback after posting a throwback pic on her Instagram. She hasn't been seen since the Royal Rumble 2023 event, where she faced off against the women's champion at the time, Bianca Belair, but came up short. Lately, there's been a lot of buzz and chatter about her return, and fans are excited to see the 33-year-old back in the ring. A new report suggests that the former Raw Women's Champion is on the verge of returning to the Stamford-based promotion. If Alexa Bliss were still part of the WWE roster, it's easy to picture her being involved with the Wyatt Sicks. Considering her previous collaboration with Bray Wyatt, seeing her team up with them wouldn't be a shocker. She could make a dramatic comeback by secretly taking out Nikki Cross and stepping into her spot in the faction. By seriously injuring Cross, she'd push Uncle Howdy to look for a new member, and then she could swoop in as that new face. Uncle Howdy was pursuing Alexa Bliss when she was active, so wrapping up what had begun would be a breeze if she ever came back. Whether or not she decides to team up with the Wyatt Sicks, her connection to the group is too significant to overlook. The road to WrestleMania kicks off with the Royal Rumble PLE every year. The 2025 iteration will take place on February 1st at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. If Bliss makes her comeback at the Rumble, it'll be nearly 2 years since her last match, as mentioned above. If the Triple H-led creative team is thinking about using her for WrestleMania 41 in April, having her show up in the Women's Royal Rumble could be a great way to bring her back into the spotlight. Rhea Ripley recently won the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan on the first Raw on Netflix. With a new champion reigning supreme, the stage could be set for Alexa Bliss's grand return to challenge the Eradicator. Even though it's been almost 2 years since she left, Bliss is still one of the most popular and discussed female stars in the company. The women's division could use a lift with her gunning for the top title on WWE Raw. Having Little Miss Bliss go up against the Eradicator could be a huge hit. She could hang with Ripley's excellent mic skills, and if she brought back her spooky character, it could match Rhea's menacing aura. The Rock sets up Cody Rhodes. The Rock's WWE character change was one of the most talked about topics after the first Raw episode on Netflix. Teddy Long watched the Hollywood Star's promo and does not think his rivalry with Cody Rhodes is over yet. On January 6th, The Rock appeared on Raw as a babyface, despite portraying the villainous final boss in the build-up to WrestleMania 40 in 2024. He even complimented Rhodes for his work as undisputed WWE champion and shared a drink with his rival backstage. Many fans criticized The Rock's drastic transformation, which to many signaled the end of his feud with the American Nightmare. However, on Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Time Machine, Long predicted that the story will continue. He's real clever, and you gotta pay attention to him, and you gotta pay attention to what he says, because sometimes things that he says, they also have a clue, but you gotta pay attention to that. But, like I said, I don't think this thing with him and Cody is gonna end right now. In my opinion, I think this is a setup. Host Mac Davis and WWE Hall of Famer Eric Bischoff joined Teddy Long on the latest episode of The Wrestling Time Machine. Raw's Netflix premiere featured several notable moments, including John Cena's Royal Rumble announcement and Rhea Ripley's Women's World Championship win over Liv Morgan. Reacting to The Rock's Raw promo, Mac Davis said he expects more storyline developments on the Red brand in the coming weeks. I hope that on the next Netflix show, we get the actual format of what Raw will feel like going forward because, like you two guys said earlier, I think the premiere show on Netflix was basically a brand show. Here we are, here's what we're about, and enjoy it. It didn't really do much as far as stories go, so I think on the next show we should start seeing that. On January 13th, Damian Priest and Finn Balor will battle in a street fight on the next Raw episode on Netflix. The show will also feature Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria in the Women's Intercontinental Championship Tournament final. What are your thoughts on The Rock's WWE Raw promo?